The apart from the situation with the contracts, and then you produce the first album, and it gets released. Do are you calling your mom? Okay, we've got an album out, and this is. I mean, what was how did you
The
translate the
funny thing
excitement?
about it, man, funny thing about it is we got there in 1973. Okay, the album process was long and slow. We stayed in LA a year and a half, roughly,
Wow.
recording that record. Okay, and then after we finished the record, we were going to go on tour. And the group that I was with was a group called TNT Flashes. They were out of Steubenville, Ohio. So they already had a Midwestern audience. And the thing was, is us going on tour, we needed that audience. So we relocated from California back to Akron, Ohio.
Oh,
Okay. But me, Bobby, and the guy that actually called me and got me in the group, Darnell Wyrick, were all from Grand Rapids. So first thing they did, once we finished the record, maybe a month or so after we were sure it was done, they flew us all back to our hometowns.
okay.
We spent maybe 3 weeks to a month in our hometowns, and then we moved into a house in Akron, Ohio. And that was our base. And of that band and our roadie crew, there was 13 of us in one house.
Wow.
And that's where we lived, and that's where we rehearsed, and that's where we would go do our individual dates from, live performances.
Okay.
So when that record came out, I was in Grand Rapids,
Okay.
and I had got one copy. They sent us all one copy of the darn album. And so, of course, I showed my family and friends and all of that and told them to buy it and all of that thing. Yeah.
Wow. Who was prouder, grandma or mom?
I think they all were, to tell you the truth. I think they all were. Yeah. And my grandmother, that was something special, though, because she said, I knew you could, I knew you would, and I did.
Yeah.
So I don't even think that made them as proud as Switch, which we can get into as we
Yeah.
go. But they were proud that I had done what I said I was going to do, period.
Yeah. The, the I mean, you had RCA backing you. What do you think went wrong that you just had that one release before the group disbanded?
There was some tension between the record label and Barry White's company. And RCA did not promote that record. They put it out, but the promotion on it, we never saw any real promotion on the record. So how the hell does the record sell if nobody promotes it? Folks can't buy it if they don't know what's there.
Mm.
So, and before we could get to a second album, Barry ended his relationship with RCA. He had options all over the place anyway. He's got himself, he's got Love Unlimited Orchestra, and he's got White Heat and 4 other acts signed. So he could move us around and put us in different places. But he actually dropped White Heat. And he took the name back since it was his name. And he stole our bass player. So,
What didn't he like about what you guys were doing that he just decided to just disband you
I don't
guys?
think it had anything to do with what we were doing. I really think it had to do with he had no place to place us right away. After the deal fell apart with RCA, he had no place to take us. And I think he had too much on his darn plate. He was already, again, successful with Love Unlimited Orchestra, and his own career. That's when I learned to don't be managed by an artist
Mm.
because it's a conflict. And then the funny thing about it, years later, I became a manager. But fortunately, during the majority of my management period, I was not chasing being an artist. I managed
Okay.
SWV, I managed L. DeBarge, I managed Chico's career, I managed a lot of rap acts, the Skinny Boys, Steezo, over the years. But I wasn't trying to be an artist. When I finally decided I was going back and put Switch back together, I got out of it. And El DeBarge was the last act that I managed full time.
Okay. 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 So I mean, we'll get there. So was that a blessing in disguise that he dropped you guys? At the time, was it hard to take, or what? How did you see it?
Sure it was. Sure it was hard. I mean, fellas were kind of broken. In fact, to tell you the truth, it took a few months, but after that, that broke up the band. The only person that stayed where the band was living was me. I refused to go back to Grand Rapids. Yeah, but it broke. Bobby DeBarge was the first one to go home. He went back to Grand Rapids. Then the other guys kind of trickled away to their hometowns and different things, because it was very discouraging. You got a record deal, you got a situation that's supposed to be happening, and all of a sudden the floor gets pulled out from under you, and he steals your bass player, and he steals your name, so you can't use it to go out and work. So yeah, it was very discouraging to most of them. But to me, it just fortified me. I was not going home. I'm going to the next place. Whatever the next place is, I'm going to do. So what I wound up doing, man, was getting out, making myself known in Akron, Ohio, and I started playing with different bands there. Determined to move forward.
Yeah. Just before we ask about how you formed Switch, was the bass player, was he really good?
Oh, yeah, he was incredible. Barry stole him, he kept him. His name was Vince Jefferson, and yes, he was really good. He was really good.
Okay. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
And somewhere in between us,
for even loving us, on which I did miss you.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No, okay, you're okay.
They don't understand what Joseph Boys winning all spirits. Play it.
And all these guys, they all work together.
I mean, I love all different genres.